Alex, congratulations, not only on winning tonight, which I think everyone would agree is the best performance of your career, but also proposing to your girlfriend. So first of all, let's talk about the proposal before we talk about the fight. When did you plan that? And was that always planned, regardless of what would happen, whether you win or lost?
Yeah, it was. It's about time. we continue now, and we just had a baby, so just came naturally. To be honest, I probably wouldn't pop the question if I lost this fight, but I won it, and it was the right moment for me to do it.
All's well that ends well. Well, let's talk about the performance. Like I said, a virtuoso performance, absolutely fantastic. The uppercut, you were landing a lot throughout the fight, and you were landing some great combinations. What was the kind of strategy coming into this fight to handle Glover?
The strategy was speed and precision. I knew I would have a tough time with Glover, hand to hand, stay in front of him, battle him. He's a strong, tough guy, a good, huge, big heart, a lot of will. So I knew I had to move. I have to be smart, take my time. I could do 10 rounds. I don't have a problem with the conditioning. I just saw how he was slowly fading away under the fight. I had control the whole fight. He got some good punches in, but I was never in danger. Felt good. All respect to Glover. It was an honor for me to fight him here in my hometown, in front of my home crowd, my fans. Wow, it was crazy. The feeling coming in.
Yeah, it's amazing for us as well, because we've been here so many times in Stockholm to see you fight, and we almost forget how passionate and energetic these fans are. Did you almost forget at one point?
Well, no, it's a win or lose. It's always a highlight fighting in my hometown. It's just crazy. People travel from all over the world to come and see me fight. I got my fan base here in Sweden, in Stockholm. It was just an amazing feeling coming in today. I felt good. I knew I've done everything in my power to win this fight. I had a great camp at the All-Stars Training Center. Had great sparring. I had Ili Latifi, Jimmy Manawa. I got Phil Davis coming in. Alexei, a couple of guys from Russia, good friends from Poland. We just had a lot of guys we work with at the All-Stars. We have a great concept there. Felt good through the whole camp. So I knew I was ready.
In your opinion, do you think you've done enough, and do you deserve the winner of DC and Jon Jones?
Well, in my opinion, yes. Let's see what happens. I hope for a fight. They're fighting now in July, so let's see what happens.
Alex, I know it's a tough position for you because you've been wanting to get a title fight again for so long, but your good friend is there as well. So, how do you handle that, knowing that Jimmy is right there with you? I know you guys kind of coming into this fight had nothing but the best to say about each other, but you also now have a family to support, right? You got to take opportunities when they're there. So, how do you approach that and figure out who is the rightful #1 contender?
Well, first of all, my friend, I'll never fight Jimmy Manawa. We're good friends, we're good training partners. We develop each other in training. We do this together. We just have to communicate, see who wins the sparring. No, just joking. No, let's see what happens, man. We do this together, no matter what.
Nice. Boxing did look phenomenal tonight. Again, as Sandhu said, maybe the best performance of your career. What do you attribute the key tonight to your boxing looking so good, everything clicking so well? What do you attribute that to?
Well, to my coaches, Andreas Merkel, Joachim Carlsen, Alan Finfo Nascimento. We've just been all other coaches at All-Stars Training Center. We have a great team. It's a family sense of a team. Come there and you just get help from everywhere. It's great trainings. They've been competing themselves, so much knowledge, and I got the best team in the world behind me, man. And I got my family. I got the support from my girlfriend, my family. My grandma saw my first fight live today. She has only followed me through the TV. She was here live. I'm just so happy and honored to be able to fight here in Stockholm in front of Glover, one of the baddest fighters on the planet.
And last thing for me, I wonder if today is almost a sense of relief or some weight off your back. You know, the last time we were here was such an amazing atmosphere in the middle of the night. Everybody showed up and didn't go as well. So I wonder if there was any kind of a feeling coming in like, you know, I got to set that wrong and really finally get that day out of my head.
It's never been in my head. You know, it was so long time ago. I just learned from that. It wasn't my night. I don't blame anything. Anthony Johnson is a knockout artist. When he hits, he hits. I was just too slow. I was a slow starter that night. It wasn't my night at all. But still, I just take, you know, the feeling of coming in there. I just have it with me. It was an amazing feeling coming in there, Tele2. The loss is a loss. I just have to learn from it. You know, I have to be first. I have to be there. It's tough competition. You can't just wait to them to start. You can't just take a punch and then start working. That punch could be the punch that will end your night. You have to be there and be first. And that's what I learned from that.
There's been a lot of...
I told you I have to take it in English, man. Come on.
Excuse, it's my fault.
He told me to speak Swedish. It's his fault.
During the last years, especially after the loss against Anthony Johnson, there's been a lot of critics against your club, All-Stars. Do you think this fight would silence all the critics?
Well, the results speak for itself, don't it? But the thing is, win or lose, no matter what you do, it's always critics out there. Someone probably tell me now, I could do this better, or do that better, throw the jab much more, or whatever. It's always people like that, and that's just part of the game. You can't read everything you see, and you can't take it all in. You have to just block it and believe in what you're doing. I had control the whole fight.
Funkar inte.
Jag kan inte ta det på svenska tydligen.
I can do the translation if you want.
Okej, sorry. Okay. Nej, jag hade kontroll på hela matchen hela tiden. Det kändes bra. Jag kände att jag liksom lyckades med tålamod, sakta men säkert, liksom kontrollera mer och mer, och jag kände att hans krut tog slut.
Vad betyder den här segern för dig med tanke på alla skador som har varit och ska vi säga retsamma förluster som har varit de senaste åren?
Betyder allt för mig. Min karriär. Det är ett stort steg framåt i rätt riktning. Så det känns skönt. Det känns som att jag är ett ton lättare just nu.
This meant everything to me. It was really important for me to get this win for my career. So I'm really relieved right now.
Vi säger om Alexander här, det skulle ha blivit förlust. Vad hade hänt då? Har du ens haft den tanken med dig på resan?
If this would have been a loss, and I say if, what would be the future for you? What do you have in mind?
Alltså i den här sporten, du får ta det som det kommer lite. Du kan inte kliva in i oktagonen och ha de tankarna. Jag har inte råd med det, utan jag tänker bara att det är en vinst som gäller. Och sen är det så att det inte går åt det hållet, då får man ta det då. Men för mig har det alltid varit en vinst.
In this sport you can't have negative thoughts when you enter a fight. You have to take the fight as it comes and don't put too much pressure on yourself of the outcome.
Ett stort steg på vägen, Alexander. Nästa steg, känner du att det är en titelmatch som det handlar om för dig i nästa omgång?
This was a big step for you. Do you think your next fight should be a title fight?
Sorry about that. Ja, det känns som det. Vi får se, UFC har ju sina planer. De ska ju själva tävla nu i juli. Mästaren ska tävla mot en annan kille i juli, så vi får ta det efter det. Men de vet vart de hittar mig någonstans.
They know where to find me. There will be a title fight in July, and after that I'll be ready. They just need to contact me.
2 tuffa saker på gång, alltså en titelfight och sen dessutom stå i kyrkan och gifta sig. Vilket blir tuffast?
2 big things waiting for you. First the title fight and then the marriage.
Titelmatchen blir tuff. Giftermålet blir bara lyckliga.
The title fight is going to be the tough one. The marriage is just going to be something fun, which I will enjoy.
Congratulations, Alex, at the back here. You got to fight at local time here tonight. The last time you fought here in Stockholm at the Tele2, you were going in the middle of the night or the early morning. Did that make a big difference to your training camp and to how you fought here this evening? Did it feel better to do that?
No excuses. I lost that fight against Anthony, but it makes sense. You know, it's not fun for anyone to fight late night or early mornings. This fits me much better.
And finally, could you just tell us, was that Dana White calling you to offer you the title fight?
Sorry?
Was that Dana White calling you on the phone to offer you the title fight?
I won't tell you.
We take that later. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Alex, I just wanted to follow up with you on something. The UFC social media team produced a piece of video with you last week where they asked you to give one word or one sentence on the other light heavyweights, and you call Jon Jones the biggest enemy of all time. Can you just expand on that a little bit and tell us why you feel that way about him?
Well, he is the biggest enemy. I don't like him. I give him that he's the best fighter of all time. He's the pound-for-pound best fighter in our division. Of course, everybody knows that. He never lost. He hasn't lost yet. He demolished everyone he fights. But as a person, as a champion, he's not a champion in my eyes. He's not a good person in my eyes. That's why I always tell the guys that DC, I hope DC wins, because I like the guy. He's a worthy champion. That's what I mean when I say that. He's the biggest enemy of all time.
Right here. Let's assume that you get the title fight against either Jon Jones and Cormier. What would you have to do differently to get those razor-close decisions this time out?
It's all about the last rounds. I've been so close to winning the fights. I lost a little bit in the end. We changed our camp. Our conditioning is on another level today. I'm not going to lose on the finish line again. It's not going to happen. Today I could go 10 rounds. I can go 10 rounds next time I fight DC or Jones.
I saw some people some fans on social media saying that the referee shouldn't have allowed you to create space by turning your back a little bit and running. What would your answer be to those people?
Well, it's a fight. It's part of my strategy, isn't it? You know, I knew for a fact that Glover is a strong guy with heavy hands. He knocks people out. He has 20 knockouts, finishes. He's a tough guy. I'm not going to stand in front of him and bang with him. This is a fight. It's MMA. It's mixed martial arts. You have to work with what you got. And apparently my strategy works tonight.
And at last, was there any difference not only fighting tonight as a fighter, but also as a father for the first time?
It's been a motivation for me. My family has been a motivation for me. I've just been a father for 2 weeks. I haven't really landed as a father yet. I just went from one mission to another mission. So I'm just happy I won tonight. It was an honor to stand there in the octagon and share it with Glover in front of my home crowd and get that W. I'm going to take my quality time now and give my family a lot of time.
Alex, Jimmy is the first reserve for jumping in if either Daniel or Jon Jones gets hurt. But will you be ready if Jimmy can't take that fight in July?
Of course. I'm here.
If the fight goes, when do you think you could be back in the octagon earliest?
When they call me.
Thanks.